Hello, 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 my collective, my love, my angels. How are you? How are you today? I'm gonna do. Ooh, this is coming out really quick. First card jumping out before I can even get started with you guys. It's mutual. I'm gonna go on the energy cards today, and I'm gonna really go in a lot of intuitive today because what I want to tell you is I am channeling very, very strong the energy of Gerald Levert today for some reason. And what I can tell you is that the person that you're no longer with, your soulmate, your higher your twin flame, your soulmate, your higher level love, whether it was karmic, whether it was, whatever lesson you need to learn, this person, someone, look at this, how this is burning really strong. You see it's coming through? I'm telling you, it just started popping. Someone is missing you, okay, like crazy, thinking about you like crazy. And I'm just pulling the energy real strong again on Gerald Levert. Um, Someone is getting tired of that superficial love. They're wanting something real. They're in that mindset now where they they wish they would have held on to you. Okay, I'm pulling this title like written all over your face by Gerald Levert. The love they have for you, it's like it's speaking of that pure love. And I feel like people around them are starting to see like it's a heavy weight on this person. It's a burden on them. It's being seen. Like the love that they have for you is pure. Like it's it's mutual, you know. And I do feel like they were with somebody else, another person, and that person can see it, they can feel it, they know it. um it's the love for them. It's a pure love, and it's something they can't explain, you know. It's like no words needed, and this person wants to get that message to you, a message from the heart that just speaks. It's about a love that's seen, that's felt, that's understood, again without words. I just feel like the message is coming through real strong through Gerald Levert today. It's like just really channeling, like it's just written all over their face. um I feel like somebody's feeling like they have a lot of worry, a lot of burdens on them, a lot of responsibilities on them. This pain they're feeling for you, this guilt, this love, they can't hide it anymore. I felt like somebody really tried to run from it. They didn't express it, they tried to hide it. They didn't want to feel it. You know, they were engaged in other relationships. They played, they ignored it. They let you walk out the door. Okay, let's pull this energy. And now it's like they don't want to play no more. Like they want to collaborate with you. Okay, you know, this is somebody that feel like they ran from their obligations. You know, if you had a child with this person, they feel guilty, they feel burdened, they feel the weight of running from any obligations with you. They feel bad if they made you feel like you were a nuisance, like if they made you feel like you were, like they had some type of obligation, or if they made you feel like they were obligated to associate with you in some type of way. You know, like they want you to know the love between the two of you was mutual. It really was. You know, good or bad, like it was real love. All right. They do want you to know that they were aligned with you. They do feel like they had a purpose with you. They're feeling very frustrated right now. They're frustrated because they're in a community of people that they feel like they're not aligned with. People who really don't support them, and they do feel like what you guys had was spiritual. And they can't even explain to people around them how they feel about you, because they feel like they're not going to get it. They're not going to understand. And that's because there was a spiritual bond between you guys. You know, they know that they deceived you, all right? Um, They deceived you. They did. And they didn't plan for it, and it may look that way. And for some of you, maybe they did plan. They did, it was their intent to deceive you because they were seeing other people. Okay, they did not make you a priority. All right. You did bring this person a lot of laughter and a lot of joy. You brought a lot of laughter and a lot of joy in this person's life. They do miss that. And maybe that's why they deceived you. All right. Uh, because they planned on keeping you in their life and they didn't want you to leave their life because they like that energy. They like, what you brought to them, that love, that that joy, that laughter that they weren't receiving from the community of people that they were dealing with, the people who are frustrating them. All right, people that they felt obligated to collaborate with. Okay. um this person put on a false image for you. They didn't show you who they really were. They didn't tell you how they really felt, all right? They want you to know they're not who you think they are. They feel like you might look at them now as being, a bad person, a evil devil, just a in a bad light because of how they Jesus coming through, how they presented themselves to you, and they don't like you might see them like a monster. That's thinking spirit. You might see them like a monster, and and possibly because they deceived you, and because they didn't show you the love, um, they didn't really show you how they really feel. They ran from it. Okay, they sabotaged the relationship. Okay, and it was deliberately. In some ways it was deliberately because they weren't ready to let you in, and it could be because they were in other relationships, that they gaslit you, they led you to believe, they manipulated your perception and your reality into, to thinking that you guys were going to have something. Sometimes you may have doubted the experience that you were receiving with them. All right, thank you, spirits, for coming through. um, they may have something going on with their health. They know that you could have had something going on with your health. They didn't support you and whatever you had going on. Maybe they had something going on with their health. Okay, they know that they didn't balance their relationship. They know that they didn't make this a healthy relationship for you to experience. They do hope to come towards you in the future, and possibly, they hope that your paths will cross again. They let you go. They let go of something and they so regret it. All right, they regret it. I'm telling you, I'm channeling Gerald Levert. I'm in his energy so strong. It is, and I'm channeling. It's written all over your face. This person had a love, and they didn't say what words, but they felt it. They still feel it. They feel like words can't explain how they feel. They can't even tell their friends how they feel about you. Okay, I feel like they even had people maybe working against you. They're looking at this now from a whole nother perspective. They are reviewing this whole time, this energy, why they walked away, and they're reviewing your relationship from a whole nother perspective. All right. They could have gone back to someone in the past, somebody that they dealt with. They may be even looking at why they went back to somebody in their past. All right. Somebody that was dishonest, somebody who is still dishonest, somebody that was withholding information from them or cheating on them. Why, they even reconnected with this dishonest person in their past. They're looking at that, why they jeopardize their future with you for that person, that dishonest person. Somebody who, it was out of greed, all right? They went back for somebody in their past that was dishonest and they reconnected with somebody out of greed, all right? So this could have been for money, material, something materialistic, more than likely, either your ex went back because this other person was offering something for them. They were thinking that they were going to get something out of materialistically, that was going to benefit them, some type of reward, Um, maybe it was for out of pride, out of gluttony, out of lust, some type of monetary. Maybe they're going to start a business. Maybe they got money out of it. Maybe they got wealth out of it. Maybe they got public recognition out of it, something. Or maybe that other person gaslit them, manipulated them because they wanted some type of greed, or they thought they were going to get something from your person. But they're really looking at like why they went back to somebody in the past that they know they couldn't trust, why they reconnected with them. And they're realizing and the whole thing was greed. And I feel like the community is seeing, questioning why this person went back to an unhealthy situation that with somebody that they know they couldn't trust from the past. And they're realizing that it was all about greed. They deceived you, gaslit you, sabotage your relationship. This person is desperate to try to come back, and they're hoping that you'll welcome them back into their life, okay? They want you to embrace them. They want to tell you that they have some good news, or they're hoping that you would give them some good news and say that you will welcome them back into your life. You will give them a second chance, all right? But this person has a lot of chaos going on in their life right now, and I feel like they have a lot. They feel like they are a magnet for trouble, They feel like it's not their fault, but somehow everything they do, mayhem seems to attract. They're attracted to mayhem. Mayhem seems to follow them. Trouble seems to follow them, whether it's people, whether it's financial losses, disappointments, and this may be part of their karma, and it's because of the things that they're doing, the choices that they're making, the negative things, because they're not healing, they're not going on their path. Okay, this is what I have in this chaos. I also feel like it's somebody working in their energy, somebody that they know that they're attached to, that's possibly, okay, and this may resonate with some of you, and some of you may know Toto when I say this, and some of you may not know. Somebody's doing some black magic. Somebody is doing candle magic. Somebody is really working in dark magic, doing things, spells, working with things, okay, manipulating energy in the background, either in your person or is trying to jeopardize your relationship. They're trying to hold on. They're doing things, okay. You'll know. You'll know because it will show, because it's backfiring. It is like a boomerang. It's boomerang back because you collective are protected. Your spirit guides are protected because you're on your journey. You're doing the right thing. So whatever who has been manipulating the energy and trying to come for you, it's backfiring on them, okay? Boomeranging back on them. So they are experiencing. So if they try to do death magic on you, well, then it backfired, boomerang back on to them. They've experienced some death within their community, a child, a miscarriage, a parent, something with their health, a debt in a relationship, something. If they try to affect your finances, and they're experiencing financial loss, job loss, career loss, no opportunities, losing their home, losing responsibility. If they try to affect your relationships, well, their relationships are ending, lots of conflicts, arguments, fights, cheating, manipulation. So you'll see, people around them will see. So you'll know if they were trying to affect you by doing something, it will be seen, it will be revealed. People around them would know, like you would know who was the puppet master, who was throwing the rocks and hiding their hand and trying to be the imposter and look innocent, while really being guilty, okay? Because all they did was sabotage their own life. That's what they did. That is their bad news, all right? That was a dishonest person in the whole thing, all right? Their plans failed, okay? Because it's coming back on them. And the community going to see, and this person may be frustrated, all right? And that's the chaos that they're receiving out of their greed, okay? So you'll know. But your person, they're loving you. They can't stop loving you because you guys have a soul connection, and that's the whole secret that they want to tell you. They want to tell you, all right? See, they want to tell you that they're ready to be honest, all right? Something they want to offer you. They want to offer you something, maybe a relationship. Maybe they want to offer you an apology. All right, they want to say like, can we work on this? Maybe they do have an actual gift. All right. um this person is saying that they want to focus on their life now. They want to make some changes. All right, they want to try to come with you with a more, friendlier vibe. They want to try to bring joy into your life. They want to, try to be their authentic self. They may ask you for a small favor, and that could be a favor of forgiveness for you. Yeah, you to shed light on them, to forgive them in some type of way, to provide them with some type of emotional support, some understanding because they're going through something. They may ask you to go out. They may ask you out on a date. Can we meet? Can we talk? And they may want to meet with you, to talk with you, because they want to offer you an apology for their negative behavior, their negative traits, how they treated you, because they're feeling sorry. They're feeling sorry that they had such a revengeful type of attitude, or how they came for you, or that people came for you out of revenge because they were envious against you. Okay, they want to tell you about the gossip. Possibly they participated in some gossip against you. They want you to know about something that you might hear about them, or some gossip that you may find out about them, and they want to get ahead of it and tell you, so you hear it from them and not hear it from the community, because they know if you hear it, that's going to be the final goodbye. They'll never have an opportunity to ever have any type of future with you, and they could be curious about how you're doing, what's going on in your life. Are you dating? What are you up to? How have you been? They just want to check in with you just to see if you're okay, because you know why? Because they love you. They love you. All right. And they know you have your guard up and you're being unfriendly towards them right now. And they're not trying to meddle in your life or get between you if you have another relationship, 1717 when I say that. But they do want to be a part of your journey moving forward. Okay. That's what they want. And they want you to just, maybe some of them may want you to loan them a little bit of assistance, or loan them their energy for some emotional, physical, spiritual advice, help, or just loan them an ear, okay, to help them, because they're trying to grow now. They're tired of being in this childish behavior, and they could use some support from you in growing. All right, maybe some support in trying to start a new career, or maybe they feel like they can help support you in a career that you're going towards. Okay, but this is someone that may ask you for a big favor because they see you as a safe space. Someone who can come to them because you've always supported them in the past. You've always made them happy, all right? And this person often bragged about you, how happy you made them, because you were such a positive part of their life, a positive experience. And they just want to come and vent to you about what they have going on now, the bad news about what's been going on, what has happened to them since you walked out, and hope that you can give them some good advice on how to move forward, okay? Because this person loves you. They can't run from it anymore. You're in their energy, and everyone around them knows it. They know that it's you that they love. Okay? This is my reading. This is what I want to say to you. I want to tell you, this person can't keep hiding. You may hear from them soon. They may message you, call you. They're pulling on your energy, all right? This love is felt. It's mutual. It is mutual. All right? This is my read. And until then, have a good day.